Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago,
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
On 2nd down, Wilkerson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll run on 1st down. Wilkerson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Play action. McLeod. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll try the left side. Wilkerson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McLeod. And this is going to be incomplete. Tucker's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Ware. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, McLeod. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. McLeod. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On third down, Wilkerson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And yet again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Underwood. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, McLeod. Throw left side complete. That's Garner. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 5-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Barnett. He finds his man complete. That's Duncan. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, Barnett. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw, Barnett. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ramsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barnett. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it? Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 8 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Barnett. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. On the handoff, it's Ware. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And again, this is Ware. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Barnett, and that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run now with Ware. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Back to throw. Barnett. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkerson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on third down, McLeod.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Looking to throw. Barnett. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan, but now it's third down. Operating from the gun. Barnett.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, McLeod. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnett looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead.
This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect
U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Play action with Morgan. Rolling to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run it here. Ware. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Set to throw is Morgan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Throwing now is Morgan. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Morgan looks to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple. Morgan. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now a toss play to Ware. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. On 1st and 10, Woodson. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Woodson Throw left side complete. That's Stevens.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Woodson. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Woodson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. On 1st down, Woodson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Back to throw. Woodson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Morgan to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now Morgan steps away. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage. Here's Morgan. He'll leave this for Ware. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Woodson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Looking to throw. Woodson. Over the middle to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run here with Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Woodson. Open man is Golladay. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Woodson. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down, Morgan with it.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Throwing from the gun is Morgan.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. On the ground, this is Ware. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Morgan.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramsey. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the run, it's Ware. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Morgan. He finds his man. Complete. It's Duncan. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun. Morgan. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To throw from his end zone, Woodson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Woodson going right back to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action, Woodson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, and now it's second down. Another throw for Galladay, this one complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Robinson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Operating from the gun, Woodson, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Woodson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gilbert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On second down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved, even if a flag comes.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Looking to throw. Morgan. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ramsey. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 7 yards, the pickup there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Looking to throw again on second down. Morgan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Morgan. That goes for a gain of 31. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Morgan.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw on second down.
Woodson. This is Robinson. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting.
Ware gets hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They run. Robinson, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Woodson, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Woodson firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Operating from the gun, Woodson. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces.